Hi everyone, and welcome to this episode of the Halverson Palace series. I'm so sorry that there's no face cam for this video, but my computer has been giving me major issues lately, and hopefully everything will be figured out soon when it comes to that. So just for this video, it'll just be my voice. Starting off, here we are at the Walters Kingdom. Disregard the fact that half of it is empty. I only have the essentials like the guest room, the king and queen's room, Princess Etta and Princess Carmen's room, and of course the nursery where Prince Nicholas sleeps. So Prince Nicholas is one of our brand new characters that was born during the time skip. He is about 7 months old, so disregard the glitch and the fact that he's walking around really oddly. Oh, he's going to dance. Okay. Let me pause so you can see a better look at him. Yeah, just forget the glitch, but he's super cute. This is what he looks like. He is in the toddler preset, the short one, I believe, by Redhead Sims. So yeah, he's walking around. He's super cute. Etta is obviously here, and she is not dressed for the occasion. I didn't even tell you what we're doing. We are at the Walters Palace because we are celebrating King Noah's 53rd birthday. So here, that's better. Okay. We are celebrating his 53rd birthday, so he's not changing life stages, so he's still going to be an adult, but I thought it would be a nice way to get the whole kingdom together under one roof so we can talk about all of our characters instead of traveling from household to household. So yeah, this is the brand new renovated palace. Everybody is here in the ballroom dancing. Of course, here we have Princess Carmen. She's doing super well. She's right behind Levi and Hector. We definitely will get into this episode later on. But Carmen's here. She's dancing around. She's obviously been doing super well. Her and Etta are extremely happy that now that they have Nicholas and they're married now. It's so weird and so, awesome at the same time. Here's Etta dancing. So yeah, they're a super happy couple. They're definitely going to be having more kids, but I think they're going to be waiting until Nicholas gets older. I have the power of MC Command Center to hopefully make Etta be the one to carry the child this time, although it still has to be of Princess Carmen's blood in order to be considered royal. Derek's here. We have lots of nobles. Here's the birthday boy himself. This is really sweet. So we have all three noble ladies. So Baroness Jasmine, Duchess Leah, and Marchioness Jillian. They're all talking. That's really cute. Here we have Lady Charlotte. We saw Lady Charlotte get married to Raphael in season 1. So Lady Charlotte has two daughters. They're twins. She has one Lady Chloe, who is here right now, that little toddler dancing in the pigtails, and she has another one. I'm not sure where she is right now. This little girl over here is Lady Stephanie. She is Lady Charlotte's younger sister, so she is the youngest out of the three of the Duke's children. Here we have Queen Audrey. Queen Audrey is obviously extremely happy that she's a grandmother. She's literally been pushing Etta and Carmen to have kids as soon as possible. Well, Derek and Erica definitely came in the morning so they could spend the day with Derek's father for his birthday, and they'll be going back to Halverson Kingdom I believe tomorrow to spend the rest of the time with Annalise and Julian, of course. But yeah, they're just here for the birthday. Here I have Lord Jordan. Lord Jordan I added to the household because I just felt like it was easier to control the teens. These three kids right here are Princess Maria's friends that I talked about in the last video. So we have Lord Jordan here, who's the Marquis' son. He is very similar to Maria in many ways. They are actually the closest out of all four of them, just because they have such similar personalities. They love sports, they're very social people, and they're kind of like the friends that everybody tells them that they should date, or are you dating, or stuff like that, and they're just basically like, no, we're friends, we don't see each other that way, at least for now. I don't know, I don't really have anything planned for them, so, or Maria in general, so we'll see what happens. This young lady in the red is Angelica. Angelica is not part of a noble family, but she is definitely part of a well-respected family. Angelica is the younger sister of Raphael, whose wedding we saw in season 1. He got married to Lady Charlotte, who is actually Lord George's older sister. So technically, George and Angelica are family, but they do not get along. I imagine Lord George to be a couple years older than the rest of the group, and he's a very big ladies' man and stuff like that. So I think that he would basically like steal all of Angelica's friends, and Angelica would have problems with her friends because they all go to the same school as well, except for Maria. And I think that Angelica's just fed up with George and, maybe girls pretending to be Angelica's friend to get closer to her brother-in-law, stuff like that. So they're not super close, but they tolerate each other because they are family, and we will see them later on in this episode. I'm hoping that all four of them can hang out together, to see how they all interact with each other, etc. That's pretty much all I wanted to do here, just show you where all of our main characters are at in the Walters Kingdom. Um, Everybody's just having a good time at party. Oh, here's Erica. She's talking to her little nephew. That's so cute. That's so sweet. I love them. I just love family relationships and stuff like that. But yeah, that's pretty much all I wanted to do here. Why don't we head over to Lord Levi and Lord Hector's brand new home. Okay, so here we are at a house and a lot that we've never been to before. If this doesn't look familiar to the Baron and Baroness's house, it's because it's a brand new house in a different lot. I'm planning on using the lot where their house used to be to put Erica and Derek's home, which is obviously not built yet because their marriage was very recent, just like Levi and Hector's. So, Levi and Hector are living with the Baron and Baroness now. I think I'm going to keep them in the same house as well, just to reduce the amount of households we have. Levi has invited over Lady Joanna and Eric and Princess Erica because we haven't seen the trio in a very long time. The three of them haven't hung out in a very long time. Here they are, sitting all together, talking, catching up over the last 5 years. Let's have them interact with each other and catch up. Obviously, things have changed with, Levi. He went to university. Levi got a degree in communications, as well as Hector got a degree in writing. Now that we're here, just to get into Levi and Hector's relationship a little bit, if you watch the video of the photo story describing what happened over the last 5 years, Levi and Hector did get into an argument at university, and they did end up breaking up for about a year or two, which I feel like is a very common thing that happens in universities. When couples go in, they're exposed to so many new different types of people and so many new things and interests and stuff, so that kind of can pull, I guess, a couple apart and away from each other. But their story is more like, if you love something, set it free. If it comes back to you, it's yours. And that's exactly what happened. So yeah, they have a couple sentiments here. Everybody's, see, they're just as close as they used to be when they're teenagers, even though they've changed. I mean, in the game, time hasn't really changed like that much, but in the storyline, it's been a while. Hector is here. Hector has changed. I gave him a little mustache. Let the game load. Here he is. He's super cute. I love his fit. But yeah, that's pretty much all I want to do here. I think I'm going to leave them here while we go catch up with Queen Genevieve and the machinima that happened in the last episode. Okay, so here we are at the Halverson Palace. As you can see, the queen is very angry. She is obviously very upset about the news that she heard last night, or what she overheard last night, of Erica and Derek talking about their secret marriage in Salvatorata. She has pulled Leroy into her office to basically interrogate him and ask him if this is true. Did they actually get married? I told you to protect my daughter, and you're supposed to report back to me if anything happens that was important, and I think a marriage is pretty important. So Leroy is basically like, yes, it's true, I'm sorry I didn't tell you sooner. Leroy probably was like, Erica wanted to tell you, but she said that she was going to wait a bit out of respect for Annalise and the loss of her child. The queen just feels disrespected, and I think somewhere in the conversation Leroy mentioned that Derek's family knew that he was going to marry her and propose to her in Salvatorata, which I think upsets the queen even more because she was the only parent left out of this situation. You know, besides the fact that she's the queen and, you know, you want to treat the queen with respect, also the fact that she is the parent of Derek's spouse, and Derek didn't like consult the queen at all or ask permission to marry Erica at all like Julian did for Annalise. That, I think she just feels super disrespected, and she's totally rubbed the wrong way about Derek now. You know, they weren't close before, but I definitely think that she's lost a lot of respect for him in the way that he disrespected her. Obviously, she hasn't talked to Erica or Derek to know their side of the story, but she's just really upset that they lied and kept everything a secret. Oh, and she's totally yelling at Leroy and chewing him out, saying stuff like, "You made a big mistake. You weren't doing your job." And oh, I don't know where Leroy's going, but their friendship has definitely gone down. So I think the queen would be so upset to the point where she would actually call Erica and tell her that Derek is not welcome at the Halverson Palace, at least for right now, because the queen just feels so disrespected and so like just forgotten by her own daughter, let alone partner of her daughters, that she would actually call and be like, I feel very disrespected by what your husband did and why he didn't talk to me, let alone the fact that you didn't talk to me. I feel very left out and very disrespected as I am, you know, the queen. I know I've watched shows before where the queen, like, when marriages happen in noble and royal families, the queen kind of has to, I guess, allow the marriage or like say that it's okay for them to get married. And I guess that would apply in this kingdom as well. She just called Erica and told her that Derek is not welcome, and Erica's obviously like, well, I'm not coming home if I can't come with my husband. And the queen's like, well, that sucks for you. And so yeah, I'll definitely post a couple story posts on my Instagram showing when Erica spills the news about her phone call with her mother to Derek and stuff. The queen didn't even call Derek. She called Erica. She's so upset she didn't even want to talk to him. So I don't know. Hopefully she'll cool off by the next episode. But she's really angry, and you know, I think understandably so. But right now it's in the middle of the afternoon, and Maria is somewhere in the palace. She's finishing her studies. So I think the last thing that I'm going to do in this episode is actually switch to her household, Maria's household, and get her to hang out with her friends so we can see how they interact, and maybe they'll go to like a little coffee shop or something. So yeah, let's head over there. Okay, so we are now at a little coffee shop in Willow Creek, aka Walter's Kingdom. I thought we would just go to Walter's Kingdom because everyone except for Maria lives here. So I have all four of them sitting at this table, pretty much catching up, or they were all sitting at this table. Now the boys stood up because, oh, the king is here. So I'm sure that won't attract millions of people to come to the coffee shop. Oh, and the queen is here. Jordan's asking Queen Genevieve for a hug. She's probably coming in here to like watch over Maria and be like, hey, I just wanted to make sure that everybody's treating you right. This is your closest friend, right? I want to get to know him. Oh, and Queen Audrey's here. She is here. Okay, well, I don't understand why they want to come to a local coffee shop, but it's The Sims. So now that I have them all sitting down, I'm sure they're just talking and catching up and talking about school and talking about their studies, but also maybe all the relationships and drama that happens in their high school. Like I said before, Jordan, Angelica, and George all go to the same private school with other kids their age. Of course, Maria, I feel like might be feeling a little left out because she doesn't really have any experiences to relate to that sort of thing with, because she does take her studies at the palace without anybody there except for Martha, of course. And, she suffers from major FOMO. She's a big social butterfly and she wants to always be in the loop of things, but it's hard for her to kind of relate to her friends because she is, a pretty sheltered princess. Oh, Maria came down to get coffee. Oh, who's here? Oh my god, stop! Is that. Oh, she went to go. Okay, this is Raymond. So I didn't even plan this. I didn't even invite him. That's insane. Okay, this is Raymond McLeland. I think that's how you pronounce his name. He is a teenager. He is one of the friends that I was just talking about from Jordan, Angelica, and George's private school. He is good friends with George. There's a couple more friends that they have from school that we haven't met. This is perfect. I didn't even know when to introduce him or them. Oh, and he's whispering with the queen about Queen Genevieve. Okay, that's normal. This is a perfect way to kind of introduce him to the storyline. He obviously hasn't met Maria. He knows the others from school, of course. So maybe we should, like, I don't know, invite him to hang out with the whole friend group and stuff. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to add George to the household so he can come and invite his friend up upstairs to hang out with them. Maybe he can help introduce him to Maria. Oh, Maria and Queen Genevieve are sitting together. That's really cute. Okay, so now I think everybody just came back down. But George is probably like, hey, I wanted to introduce you to my friend Maria and, the Jordan and Angelica from school and stuff. I imagine Raymond to be like a pretty nice guy, like not so much of, I guess, a ladies' man or for lack of a better word, douchebag as George. I think he's really kind and kind of gets along with everybody, and he's probably like, oh, so you're the princess? Is that why you're sitting next to the queen? They're surprisingly getting along very well. Look how much their friendship bar has grown. They just met. That's very interesting. Oh my god, that's so awkward. Queen Genevieve is just sitting there while all this is happening. Oh my god, this is total chaos. Amongst all the paparazzi, she's showing photos on her phone to Raymond. She's probably like, this is my little sister, Cassiopeia. She's about 3 years old. Oh, and George has come. That's really kind of George to actually introduce Raymond to Maria. I don't feel like that's something that he would do, but I think because Raymond is a good friend of his, he'd be like, I want you to meet the princess. I wouldn't say George is a bad guy or like a bad person or anything like that. I just think he's a little bit egotistical. Aw, Maria's thinking about Jordan. Jordan coming, he's like watching from the corner of his eye, making sure that Raymond's treating her right. And just being like, hey, is everything okay? Like, I know, like, this is not common for you to be meeting somebody new and that isn't in a formal setting. I love Jordan. He's so sweet. I think Angelica doesn't really think much of Raymond, just that he is George's friend and goes to the same school as her and stuff. Maria's like, so what do you think of Raymond? He's pretty cute. And Angelica's like, he's whatever. He's Raymond. I've known him since we were kids. We've been going to the same private school for years. But Jordan keeps coming to sit next to Maria. That's so funny. And anywhere she goes, he goes. He wants to protect her. Look, he even went up to go get a coffee and Jordan came and followed her. Okay, wait a second. Can we just look at these relationships here? Maria just met Raymond and she's already better friends with him than she is with George, and she's known George like her whole life. I don't know, that's pretty interesting. You'll have to let me know what you think about that. Well, yeah, that's honestly kind of perfect. I didn't know when I was going to introduce him to the storyline. There are a couple other people, like Raymond's twin sister, that I want to introduce to the storyline as well and introduce to Maria. I think this is a good place to end it off. Thank you so much for watching this episode. Hopefully next time I will have face cam set up. But I hope you enjoyed this episode. Again, watch out for story posts on the whole Derek, Queen Genevieve, and Erica situation. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.